There's 20% zinc oxide in it.
Yeah.
It's not really, really expensive.
No.
And yeah, so that's the Think Sport one, as opposed
Yes. And
the
it
Think
is
Baby one is scented. Unfortunately, it smells
right.
of
Oh, that's a
oranges.
shame.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
right. Is it supposed to be for,
Yeah, I
kids
think
and
it's supposed
babies?
to be for
Right.
children. Yeah, yeah.
It's weird that. Just take the scent out.
I know
Very
the
strange.
kids like the scent though. They're like, "Ooh, orange! It smells nice."
Right.
And I'm like, "I'll tell you about that later."
Yeah. When you can understand, chemical compounds and
Yeah,
things,
yeah. In,
mummy's gonna have a chat with you.
inflammaging and
Okay, so we've been through quite. So yeah, it cosmetics. I'll do a few. I want to do another split
yeah,
face with that and another one I like. But yeah, first impressions, it kind of didn't seem to set much. It feels like I need
no.
to use that with a primer, and that's the other thing is that
Mm.
you with the altruist tinted one, you don't want to use a lot of it, but you have to
No,
because
you
it's
have to.
sunscreen. So
So yeah,
you
I
can,
reminded myself of the figures, and it's what the numbers are. You have to use 2 milligrams per centimeter squared, which doesn't mean anything to anybody,
no,
does it?
nothing, no.
So so for your entire body and face, it's a shot glass full of sunscreen, and for
For your
just your
entire
face,
body.
yeah,
Wow, that doesn't seem like that much, does it?
I reckon it would be quite a lot if you had it in your
Shot
hands.
glass.
A
Yeah,
shot
okay.
glass, it would be quite a handful of stuff.
Okay.
And then for your face, it's either a nickel sized blob or a 10p sized blob because they're
Oh,
about the
okay.
same size. Yeah, which is quite a
Okay.
lot.
That
So
is quite a lot.
to fulfill that, you look pretty oily and greasy and weird.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I think another thing that really doesn't help is when I do my skincare routine very quickly. So, say at the
yeah.
moment, what I'm using is that EFA, not Hydrocharge, what's it called again? What was that?
Mm,
Ishtar Skin Lights
Pro
Oil?
repair.
Pro Repair
Yeah,
is the last thing that goes on my face at the moment before
yeah.
sunscreen.
So it's kind
Um,
of shiny, isn't it?
yeah, so it's probably not the best idea. Might might need to pick up my Hylamide primer again and start putting that on
You know what?
before I do anything
I'm
else.
loving the shine at the moment. I'm just like, well, I haven't got any makeup on. I'm just going to shine my
I
face
do,
off. I
but
don't
do you know how
care.
many? Do you know how many white t-shirts I'm wrecking with like the the tint of? This is the thing. I now do not own a SPF that isn't tinted, which is weird.
Yeah. So
Like
I've
I
given up
need.
on white t-shirts a long time ago.
Did you? I've
Yeah.
got a really crap washing machine at the moment. Don't ever buy a washing machine which is combined with a dryer. Just they're never good.
No, no, they smell funny.
They smell really bad.
Yeah.
I've done everything. I've been bleaching mine. Please, can someone tell me what else to do? Because do you know what's really annoying? We've got a
So I
new
think you're meant
kitchen.
you if you're meant to use the dryer regularly, otherwise it gets the
Is that
dryer
what it?
tubes get
Oh,
moldy. I think
Christ! It
that's what it
smells of
seemed to me.
warm umbrellas in there. It's really
Yeah.
not nice. Um, we had a
Warm
new kitchen. Yeah,
umbrellas.
we had a new kitchen maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, it's just after my daughter was born, and yeah, I took ages getting the measurements of everything right that the kitchen counters would fit the exact
Yeah.
dimensions of my washer and dryer. I had a separate washer and dryer. Everything was great.
Yeah.
Guys came and fitted the kitchen. Was like, oh, I'm really sorry, we've made a mistake, and
Oh
that's why
no.
I know. So they's like, oh, you've got to get a new. You can't. There's not enough room for your washer and dryer anymore. So I gave the dryer to my sister, which was amazing. And
Oh
then I had to buy a
no.
new wash dryer. I got it delivered, and the guy was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, we're off by 3 inches again." So I'm like, you pricks! I
Oh my God.
think we might have got it on the house. I can't remember because I was just so annoyed. Anyway,
Yeah, you should have done
it's
really. That's really
shite.
annoying.
It's really really bad. If anyone can tell me how I
Yeah,
go about cleaning a
I don't
tumble
know.
dryer,
It's not my area of expertise.
no, it's bad. So yeah, don't wear white t-shirts. But yeah, I don't own anything that's not tinted at the moment. So that's yeah, it's not
Yeah.
great. It's not good.
No.
I do need a nice tinted one that doesn't leave a white cast, won't run into my eyes. I'm just
That's
not
the
there
thing, isn't
yet, to
it?
be
Like I
honest.
find that I've got to have several different sunscreen products for
Yeah,
different kind of situations and
yeah,
you know, like
I know.
I have BB creams for if for work, if I'm gonna just be outside to walk to work and I need makeup. I haven't got time, so I just put a BB cream on instead of sunscreen. There's all these sorts of situations for it. And then I've got light sunscreens for just looking nice, and then heavier
Yeah.
sunscreens for exercising. And you
Yeah.
might have a sunscreen that looks good under makeup, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think it's worth investing in a few for every occasion.
I do as
Personally,
well. What's the regular shelf life? Is it like 6 months?
yeah, I think it's probably about 6 months to a year, isn't it? The same as
Yeah.
most other things.
And actually, if you're using it as much as you are supposed to be using
Yeah,
it
you
for,
won't. Yeah, you won't have it for very long.
you're not supposed to have it for very long, which goes against everything that we probably grew up thinking. And
Yeah,
my mum would proudly pack the Avon back in the suitcase and go, "That's okay till next year."
yeah, and it would get really yellow, but you'd still use
Yeah,
it.
and the
But it would
smell would go.
it wouldn't not work, would it? But we
Sure.
just never put it on. It was
Yeah.
just there.
Yeah. Oh God, what we
I
know,
know.
what
I
we know
know.
now.
Like I just
um,
you just
I always,
gotta put it on. I couldn't let my kids. I can't imagine letting my children play out in the sun in Spain for a week and not put sunscreen on them.
oh, or here even. My God,
Yeah,
I think my
it's
daughter did get it on
negligent.
her cheeks the other day, and I felt like the worst parent ever because I was like, "Oh my
Oh,
God!" It's a battle. Some getting anything
yeah,
to touch her face, to be honest. So yeah,
yeah,
it's difficult. Hats are the way forward. But no, I always remember seeing a post of Caroline Hirons saying,
yeah,
these are all my sunscreens. And someone said, yeah, but, which ones would you take on holiday? And she was like, all of these, all of
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Because, traveling abroad, I guess, I don't know, the family of six, she's got 4 kids.
Mm.
I'm sure she's talking about a while ago when they were all young. But yeah, it's literally half of the
Yeah,
suitcase was,
she had a
but actually,
suitcase
yeah,
pretty much
that was,
full. Because if you do the maths, that's how much you need.
yes. Yeah. And you think, oh my God, that's bonkers. And
Yeah.
also, we're put off by the fact that, or I was when I was younger, by the fact that sunscreens were so, so expensive for the super ultra
Yes.
smelly high street ones.
You're right.
And now, like the Korean brands, especially, they are so budget friendly. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, the thing
I,
is, the Korean ones always seem to be quite small, which I find
yeah,
odd. They don't seem to do like 100 mils or whatever,
right,
200 mils. I haven't seen that.
right.
They always seem quite mini, but I
I
don't care.
suppose because you're like, I suppose it goes with the rest of your makeup. And if it's seen as like a step in your makeup regime almost, you would just
Yeah.
have a little size that fits in your handbag, or do you know what I mean? Rather
Yeah.
than some big tube that you're going to forget to put in your bag and take around with you. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess because it's for your face, you don't need as much as for your entire
Yeah.
body. Uh,
And the
I'd
other
I'd
thing
love
is,
it if you could just buy it in bulk because we have to
yeah,
ship it all the way
I
over here,
know.
don't
It's
we?
a waste of beautiful packaging as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's the other thing is a lot of people ask this, and it's one of the things that people sort of skirt around is like, I see you get asked it a lot on your
Mm.
Instagram page, is how often should I be applying it
Yeah.
honestly in Britain. I mean, there's no way that I would put another pump of the bright, oh, by the way, the altruist is
Mm.
bright green. Can't be like
Yeah.
squirting out into your hand, it's green, and then it sort of
That's
mixes into.
weird.
mm, but I think that's why it works with the anti-redness
Mm.
for green to
It tones it
counterbalance the
down.
red.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
But I can imagine excusing myself to the bathroom in work and like putting another squirt of that on because it's so damn thick. Every 2 hours, it's just not going
No.
to happen.
No.
Your face would
And
look like it's been licked.
if you're inside all day long, then you know, like I just think about my days as in like going to work, maybe going out at lunchtime. I might pop
Yeah.
a little because I wear BB cream instead of makeup. I just pop a little bit more of the BB cream if I was going out into the sunshine. That's it.
Okay.
That's it during the day, and that would be that. But
Okay.
if I was going to sit in a park all day long, then yeah, I would be putting proper sunscreen on every 2 hours if you're going to be exposed to the sun that long. Just
Yeah. Then I think that might be a good idea to invest in a BB cream.
yeah, yeah,
Maybe.
they're good. They're handy. The Misha Perfect cover I really like. It looks nice. It's weird. It kind of goes on grey, and then
Does it?
adapt. And yeah, you look in the mirror and go, oh my god, I look awful. I look like I just died. And then half an hour later, it sort of warms up and sinks in, and it looks really nice. I like it. But
Ah,
yeah,
okay. It goes on grey. That's really odd.
yeah, it does look a bit
Okay.
weird, but it's
I
only
will.
like I bought it for like £8. It's pretty cheap.
That's the thing. I think if I buy that and it goes in my eyes, I'll just put it on my cheeks and neck,
Yeah,
and
yeah. I
just
mean, I can't attest to its eye stinginess. I don't know.
yeah.
It's
Which
never
is
stung my
so
eye.
yeah, because if you've got like you say your skin is naturally quite oily, so I would
Mm,
think if a sunscreen was gonna, you know, move down your face, you would have
yeah,
experienced the
but
annoying.
my eyebrows are enormous.
Oh yeah, you've got beautiful eyebrows. You have Audrey Hepburn eyebrows. They are
Yeah, I
brilliant.
did do them some damage during the 90s, but
It they've forgotten about it.
generally they're still there and blocking sunscreen from going in my eyeballs.
They're actually doing a job. I wish I could have a transplant. I mean, I've been
We've talked
having
about
the
this before, haven't we? Like,
yeah,
I
we
think you
have.
need some sort of medical intervention.
I don't know. I think you starting most of your sentences now with when the lockdown's over, I'm gonna
Yeah.
have a
Oh,
massage
I'm
and
gonna do
a
this, this,
leg
this, and this.
wax, but
I
the
don't know
eyebrow
what I'll
appointment
do. I
is it
like.
quite cute?
I don't think I'll trust it because I think if the government, our UK government, lifts the lockdown, I won't believe them because I don't believe them. I
I
don't
think
trust
this is
them.
a really good time to announce that we actually live in Wales, and I am very proud
Yes.
of our First Minister's
Yeah.
um,
And Scotland and
reaction to that. Yep,
islands.
and Scott, yep.
Yeah.
So I think we had some pretty sensible direction from our
Yeah.
government. Um, yeah. So maybe not July, but December.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, because people say this might go on for years, like
Oh,
spikes, and you know,
oh, there was a meeting in Hyde
hard
Park.
to
Did you
know.
see it? Oh my
No,
God.
what?
There was like a planned peaceful protest, and it was unfortunately extremely well attended in Hyde Park in
Oh,
London.
flipping
And
out.
apparently they were going to organise one in Cardiff, and it didn't take off, and I was very pleased with that
Yeah,
news.
I'd
But
seen
yeah,
on Twitter, we've like it was that the South Wales police said we've heard reports that there's a planned protest. Please don't do it. Something like, oh
yeah,
God, no,
I know, just
no.
the worst thing ever.
It's not that
Um,
bad being in lockdown. It's not that bad, is it? You know?
and I'm sure it's very different for a lot of people, but it's a lot of those people who are protesting are also the ones that believe there's a correlation between that and 5G.
Yeah.
There are a lot of anti-vaxxers, unfortunately, who are
Ugh,
kind of vocal in that. I don't know. It's
yeah.
just if you want a summer 2021, please just stay
Just
inside for a bit
stay
longer.
indoors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? It's nice in here.
Yes. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
No,
Um,
I'm really lucky. I've got a family that I like and a
yeah,
house with a garden. So
yes, and
I'm
that's the shitty thing. I think
chuffed to
actually
bits to be
a lot of
inside.
I think France was amazing because it said that it was opening hotels for sort of people fleeing dangerous
Mm.
domestic.
Did I
Um,
see? Oh, I saw on some social media that the Dutch government have recommended that single people find some sort of sex partner, a sex buddy for the lockdown. Isn't that cool? Like the
but
government.
how how did they do that? How did they
Well,
find someone sex
well,
partners?
Tinder.
The
I don't know.
government was Tinder.
No, the government is saying if you if you're on your own, get somebody to have sex with and lock down with them,
Oh,
or
don't do that. That's the worst advice ever.
I
Oh my
just I
goodness. Can you
was
imagine?
just like they're so focused on sex and like
Yeah,
if you're
no, don't
single,
do that.
you need to
Funny
make
enough,
sure that there's a way to have sex.
there's
Like the government. I was like, what?
there no, please don't ever do that. That's dreadful advice. There is a brilliant account on Instagram called always forget how many la's are in it. La la la. Let me explain. Have you seen this
No, I
woman?
haven't.
She is amazing. I've actually become a patron of hers. I'm not a patron of
Oh
many
wow.
Instagram accounts, but
No.
so she's a qualified social worker, but also I think some
Cool.
kind of therapist, and she's really good at sex and relationship advice. And the
Mm.
reason I follow it is because I'm a 40-year-old woman in a relationship, but a lot of it
Yeah.
is for pure nostalgia, and
Yeah.
it's just brilliant. She gives really great advice, but actually she did a sort of questionnaire on that. Is how many of you got into
Yeah.
situations before the lockdown,
And
and
now you're
how has it
stuck with
worked
your.
out for you? And there were
Yeah.
some horror stories on there.
Oh
It was
really?
yeah, it was just dire. Well, imagine
Yeah.
moving in with the first guy you've been on one date with, and you think, oh, that's gone okay. What's the
Yeah.
worst that can happen?
Let's just, because it's going to be a pretty dry spell if I don't just bunk down with this random guy.
Oh.
Oof.
And then she also has. I really hope she gets some some more traffic her way. She's got tons of followers, but I just think she
Yeah.
deserves it all because she's brilliant. But she does a poll,
Mm.
like once or twice a week. And the last one she did was on, have you ever had something called the ick, where you really fancy someone
Mm.
and everything is going well, and he
Yeah.
does something that
Yep.
makes your vagina invert on itself